First of all, thank you to SLI for this fantastic conference. Gosh, we're learning a lot. And of course to FEEFO as well for inviting me to speak, which is quite risky if you think about it. I suppose I should click this. There we go. Which is quite risky if you think about it. We're a site called Cuckooland with a zebra centaur called Zebrella, there she is, helping us source these wow, weird, and wonderful products from the most obscure places on Earth. We're more often than not slightly intoxicated from all the amazing products we find, and we claim to have no line in the sand and no boundaries to think of. So this really could go one of two ways. What I will try and do in my 30-minute slot is to tell you a bit about myself, about our e-commerce shop called Cuckooland, with a drill down into our Cuckooland customer service, and how FEEFO, an award-winning consumer ratings and review platform, that's right, how they've helped us to achieve our completely Cuckoo customer service KPIs. So who is Russell Davis? Well, it's me. I lived in the 70s and 80s, as you can see, right up until 2011, when fate had me unceremoniously dumped right in the middle of the e-commerce age. I'm originally English, but my family moved out to South Africa when I was 2 years old. In 2011, and after 40 years in South Africa, I moved back to the UK with my own family, which accounts for the accent and the sudden baldness from the shock of being transported from the winelands of Constantia and into this crazy techie world. Another fact relevant to this discussion, and in the FEEFO spirit of transparency, is one I'm slightly embarrassed to admit in front of 250, make that 150, of the UK's most prominent retailers, and that is before Cuckooland launched in 2011, I had absolutely zero e-commerce experience. Nothing. I had a few South African designed information websites, but nothing as grand and illustrious as an e-commerce shop. I don't even think I'd ordered anything off the internet prior to 2010. And I rejected Facebook too when it first came out, looking at hundreds of fair weather friends and the ugly kids eating their breakfast, or their dog licking its balls, just did not appeal to me. So e-commerce was really the last thing that I and every one of my family and friends expected me to do. You see, I was involved in manufacturing. I'd established an invention in South Africa from 1990 to 2004. And I opened up agencies for this invention in 27 countries around the world. I sold this business in 2004, and I started a property development company in the Garden Route of South Africa, which I sold in 2011, and I moved my family back to the UK to buy a procurement and sourcing business. Our decision to leave South Africa was not an easy one, and was mainly due to the concerns over our safety. The crime rates in South Africa are one of the worst in the world, and being a family very much allergic to being robbed and killed, we decided to move back to the UK. That and an opportunity arose to buy a business. Anyway, so we found ourselves in Kent in 2011, attempting to purchase a procurement and sourcing business. After 4 months of on-site due diligence, I discovered that things weren't as they seemed. So I withdrew my interest, and I did what every businessman does when he's slightly disappointed. I jumped on a plane, and I flew to Las Vegas to take in a show, drink 1 or 2 glasses of wine with a few old schoolmates, and give Hollywood an idea for a movie. One friend worked for a company called Zappos and arranged for me to slot in with a Chinese group that were on tour of Zappos to learn how to deliver happiness. After a tour of Zappos, and after meeting one of the most remarkable entrepreneurs on the planet, their CEO, Tony Hsieh, I was so impressed with this company that I set about studying their core values and company culture. specifically in customer service. I would love to tell you more about the remarkable story of Zappos, but I only have half an hour, so I can't. But I can recommend a book called Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh, where you can read about how a company who originally sold shoes online with a 365-day money-back guarantee, how this business was eventually sold to Amazon, there's Amazon again coming in a deal worth about $1.2 billion. My visit to Zappos inspired me to convince my partners to start an e-commerce company here in the UK with a special focus on customer service. So what is Cuckooland? What is Cuckooland? Well, Cuckooland is a make-believe e-commerce world that's come to life. It's a magical world on the other side of the rainbow, a place of intrigue to return to, where we source and we sell unique upmarket gifts and quirky original lifestyle products and furniture, like kids' beds and kids' furniture. We source these products from the world's brightest and freshest designers, mainly across Europe, but we also source these products from the USA, from South America, from Australia, really from anywhere we can unearth the wild, the weird, and the wonderful. We sell them on our site in a fun, quirky, yet professional way, with customer service being the backbone of everything we do. A cuckoo version of a popular theme. The best way to describe ourselves is to say that our products, and we have over 2,000 of them and counting, represent unique cuckoo versions of popular functional themes. We don't do gimmicky, frivolous gifts. Our selection criteria is incredibly strict. But I think our products do a better job of describing this. Here are just a few. Unique boots. They're non-slip, ankle-high, fleece-lined Wellington boots, designed in Norway with patented ice lock technology. And they come in loads of funky colors. Next up. It's a hot water bottle in a unique shape. It's the shape of a 19th century canteen-style hot water bottle with a neoprene wetsuit material, which means it looks like the dog's bollocks and it stays warmer for longer like them too. It's also safer to use thanks to its anti-scald funnel. Here we have our award-winning, portable, smokeless, healthy barbecue with a built-in fan, which means you'll be able to cook a barbecue anywhere in around 3 minutes. Next are our unique children's beds. Here's our children's treehouse bunk bed, our children's caravan bed, that's one of the best sellers, our kids' tent bed, our adventure hangout bed, our astronaut space-themed bed. We have literally hundreds of these unique beds on our site, so I won't go through all of them with you right now. Now, Cuckooland growth. Our growth has been very exciting since we launched in 2012. We achieved more sales in the first week of May 2014 than we did in the whole of May, June, July of the previous year. We achieved higher turnover in the first 3 days of July 2014 than we did in the whole of July 2013. We doubled our sales over Christmas 2014, that's November and December, compared to Christmas 2013. We achieved higher turnover in January of this year than we did in Christmas of 2013. Our hard work and ability to learn quickly and effectively is evidenced on our average monthly growth of 458% year on year. With total online sales in the UK, that's not us, that's total online sales in the UK, with online sales forecasted to increase by between 12 and 16% this year, and with sales expecting to hit the £116 billion mark this year, with impressive growth forecasted in our vertical, we're quite excited about the future. Customer service, mixing humor with credibility and... That says mixing humor with credibility and professionalism. Cuckooland is a fun but serious brand. like a cuckoo version of a pretty swan, with a great big smile above the water and a chaotic blur of frantic paddling feet below the surface. Here's us confronting our delivery company over missing parcels. For us, of course, we take great pride in sourcing great products. But Cuckooland's real USP is customer service. We're the best friend recommending products, the eccentric family member everyone loves, or that indulgent alter ego forever hunting for that great new product solution. We constantly engage with our customers in a fun and creative way, because buying products and gifts should be as much fun as receiving them. So rather than constantly push products at customers, we rather pull customers into our site with our brand points of difference, our unique selection of products, our tone of voice, our fun offers, our random acts of cuckoo-ness, and entertaining promotions and emails. Personalize to monetize. Our auto emailers, we like to think are personal, witty, and intelligent, rather than rude, sarcastic, and insulting. There's actually a very thin line between the two, so getting it right is essential. We like to think we do. For example, on the order has left our warehouse email, we say, "Dear Mr. David Cameron, this is confirmation that your items have left our warehouse. Please keep an eye out for the following: a homing pigeon carrying a heavy load, Team Granny on their turbocharged mobility vehicles, a zebra centaur effortlessly pulling a glittering carriage, or Bob from Depot 64 in a delivery vehicle with Royal Mail, DPD, or UK Mail displayed on its sides." So whether it be order confirmation emails, abandoned cart emails, packing slips, standard customer service emails, we sprinkle a bit of Cuckooland brand on everything we do. And we believe that good customer service starts with establishing what your core values are. Our core values are studied and recited back to us with a glass of champagne by everybody who begins their journey at Cuckooland. I won't read the whole lot because we're having a bit of a problem with time. But we'll start at the top. We deliver acts of wildness, very nice, motivational, that's great, positive, inspirational, all the way down to because hard is good. Hard is difficult to copy. We will bring all our talents to work with our healthy bodies and healthy minds to strengthen our crazy team as we chase our not-so-crazy dream with laughter, thick skin, and a thank God for friends and family. Because it's who we are, it's our USP. What I'm highlighting is just how important core values and customer service are to us. Customer service, customer engagement, customer acquisition, and customer retention is at the forefront of everything we do, and we build a fun, happy company culture around the classic e-commerce challenge of acquire, convert, and retain. But hand on heart, I don't think we could do as good a job without FEEFO. Let me explain. When choosing FEEFO, it was important that they were the right fit for us. A company that shared the same values, can reach out to customers independently and impartially, so we can measure, evaluate, and constantly improve our customer service offering, can help us meet our customer service KPIs. Let me show you how FEEFO looks on our site. Good job, by the way. Here's a screen grab of FEEFO on our homepage with our 96% customer rating. A click expands it in all its glory for the world to see. Now this we love because it shows us standing by our core values and exposing our underbelly for the world to see. So this is how it works. Customer orders from us. 18 days later, customer receives an email from FEEFO asking for feedback. 18 days works best for us, but it can be any timeline that you like. Once customer gives feedback, this feedback gets immediately uploaded to our FEEFO platform, and we can then go into the back end and respond. And this conversational thread appears on the FEEFO platform and right here on our home page and on our product page. As a director, I love the fact that I can select to personally receive an email from FEEFO when a bad review comes in. This keeps me abreast of all things good and bad. Is it risky to be so transparent, to show the world your beauty and your blemishes, to be so vulnerable to attack? Well, not at all. If you have the courage to stand by your convictions, by doing this, you demonstrate your desire to fix problems. By being open, honest, and engaging, you can own the conversation, and you can maneuver and turn a detractor into an advocate. Transparency equals credibility and trust, especially when things go wrong, because things always go wrong. Like the time our warehouse sent out an industrial-sized box of condoms to a customer instead of an owl doorstop. Luckily, the customer had 3 teenage sons and a great sense of humor, so we allowed her to keep the condoms as stocking presents. We refunded her in full, and we sent the owl out on next-day delivery. Now she's a regular customer of ours, and her son's on impregnating the neighborhood. The point I'm making is that it's not just about the problem. It's how you deal with the problem, and then how you resolve the root of the problem, not just the symptoms. With FEEFO helping us identify the problems, our customer service personnel can really just focus on 4 things: reaction time, reaction time, reaction time, followed by permanent solution. And a happy customer is the outcome. And a happy customer is a returning customer. So do I hear a collective, well, tell us something we don't know from the audience? Then why do I generally find customer service in the UK to be so crap? And why do our customers respond to the simplest of things we do, like responding on time with a solution? Surely this is things that should be a given with every company. Typically, our customers' bad reviews range from legitimate issues that they bring to our attention to the not so serious issues, like a customer complaining about the sweetness of the free chocolates that they received. Regardless, every single review is responded to. This is how FEEFO looks on our product page. Again, FEEFO stands proud, just below the title. Another important benefit worth mentioning is that having product reviews on your product page actually increases your conversion rates. And to all those SEO junkies out there, these reviews appear in the search engine results pages when the product is searched for. Statistically, this ranks your product higher than those without the independent thumbs up from a relevant authoritative site. So that's great news for your SEO and search marketing aspirations. And then a click on the read review will expand it in an area you choose to display it. We've chosen to display it right next to the product description, there. And then scroll down, will reveal all the reviews. So that's all the reviews that you've received on that product will then display in that tab next to the product description, or anywhere you decide to put that tab. Now, before we aligned ourselves with FEEFO, we had tried to do this ourselves with our own developers. It had been time-consuming and quite costly to develop. And less than 1% of customers responded to our own call for some feedback or a review. Less than 1%. And we think it was because of 3 main reasons. 1, because it was coming directly from us. Customers were more reluctant to review FEEFO, review Cuckooland. Perhaps because they saw our free voucher points as a bribe or a nudge to extract a positive review, even though we had explained that every single review, regardless of whether it was good or bad, would be published. 2, because customers were already receiving order confirmation emails from us. They ignored it because they had responded to our other emails, and perhaps they thought it was a bit spammy. And also number 3, the design and layout we couldn't get right. The auto-emailer just wasn't engaging and attractive enough. So it became very clear that we were not a review site, and we did not have the resources, skills, or knowledge to become one. Our core business was, and always will be, to deliver great products with immaculate customer service. Us asking for our own reviews kind of jarred with our core values of paying it forward, delivering wow without, asking for favors. So in 2013, we researched an independent solution. And by December of 2013, we had shortlisted 2 providers. And in January of 2014, the decision was made to hand over the review collection process to FEEFO. And this was a brilliant decision, as it turns out to be. You want to see how FEEFO sends an email. This is what our customer receives. Dear Sally, Cuckooland has asked us to drop you a line to find out what you thought of their service. Whatever you have to say, positive or negative, will help Cuckooland to deliver the best possible service and show other customers how they perform. All your responses will be made available publicly on the FEEFO website. We do not publish your name, so only Cuckooland will know who you are. Giving this feedback needs to take no more than 15 seconds with a great big yellow call to action button. Leave your feedback. So we now have the secure, honest review platform we were striving for ourselves at a fraction of the cost. Customers trust FEEFO, and by association, they trust us too. As I said earlier, when we were asking for our own reviews, we received less than 1% response. With FEEFO, it's up around 10%. That's 10% of all customers who buy from us. 10% of them guiding us on product and service and helping us shape our business. We can make informed business decisions on a ratio of 10%. So with this new vastly improved ratio of reviews to orders, FEEFO is helping us to achieve our completely Cuckoo customer service KPIs. One of them is to maintain our 96% quality score. But what's even more important than this 96% quality score is, as I've said before, the direct communication that we receive from customers, which not only alerts us to a problem we might otherwise never know about, particularly with third-party courier companies. I can't tell you how important that's been. Or worse, that customers tell all their family and friends about a problem that we know nothing about and can't react to. But it also allows every member of our team to personally evaluate, respond, and improve so they can continue to deliver our particular brand of wow and happiness. I'll just take you through a few customer comments that we've had through FEEFO. You can't please all the customers all of the time, but you can sure as heck try. Here are a few examples of customer interaction through FEEFO. Here's a good example of our brand of humor. On the 14th of February, customer reviewed our Oh Good water bottle. Customer also reviewed 2 Cuckooland bag tags they purchased. Service rating, such brilliant, super speedy service. I'll definitely be using you again. Easy to use website, and I love the fun aspect too. I did call about a product question, and the staff are so friendly and helpful. A breath of fresh air, well done. Product, I love this water bottle. Great size, great quality, and easy to clean. Bought one for my husband too, as he was so impressed. The Cuckooland bag tags were both reviewed as fabulous, saved as favorite. Our response was, we are so pleased to hear you are happy with our service and our products. May your phone remain forever charged and your water bottle forever full. We hope to see you again soon. Here's one with a bit of a negative review in it, but I thought it would be good to show you this one as well. This customer went back into FEEFO to improve their feedback after our communication. On the 13th of February, customer reviewed one of our retro record players. Service rating, despite being charged for the product upon ordering, even though it was out of stock for a very long time, Cuckooland kept me up to date throughout the process. Product, the product does not play 7-inch records properly, only up to a certain point. Our response was, thank you for your feedback. We have established that you may have a faulty model, and so we have now taken steps to get this rectified for you. After months of waiting, we are so sorry that you have to wait a little longer. We will do whatever we can to speed up the replacement for you, and thank you so much for your patience thus far. Customer then went back into FEEFO and changed it. The service rating then became excellent after-sales service, reassuring and extremely professional. Would definitely use this company again. And the last one I want to show you is a good example of a thrilled customer who came back again to re-review. On the 31st of January 2015, customer reviewed our Nordic boots. Service rating, no fuss or problem. They have a service module they could sell to a lot of other companies. Product, best pair of gardening boots I and my wife have ever bought. They do not chafe at one's legs. They are warm. Best of all, they are very comfortable. Our response, thank you for your lovely feedback. We are thrilled to hear you found us fuss-free. And it's even better to hear you are happy with your Nordic boots. May they keep your toes toasty throughout the spring gardening season. Then on the 3rd of February, the customer came back and responded by saying, if anyone wants an alternative to wellies, try these. I did and am delighted. So is my wife. She bought a pair as well. And with this, the hard, cold face of e-commerce customer service turns from a frown into a smile and a professional who truly cares about the customer. The facts, I think, are pretty clear, and I hope I've substantiated them in a fun and informative way. Every retailer in this audience, if they haven't already, every retailer that is serious about customer service should really be considering FEEFO as their customer feedback and review solution. With FEEFO, you have an invitation to sit on the couch next to the customer in their private space and on their terms. It's an invitation to be transparent, to be real, and to own the conversation. That's it from me. Thanks for being a great audience, even though there were half of you here. Thank you.